Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hello, welcome to the Disney Days Planning Podcast. This podcast is information about Walt Disney World, which is organized by topic. I'm your host, Alyssa Salveson. Hello, how are you? It is so good to be back. And I have exciting news. My family and I are headed to Disneyland in California for spring break. We leave Sunday, Easter Sunday at night. Our flight's like at 6 o'clock. We land, I guess it's like 9 o'clock local time, but our kids will likely be asleep. And then we're gonna just we're staying at the Disneyland Hotel in California, which is one of the Disney hotels out there. Now, this is so funny because I know what it's like for some people when they're doing Disney World, because I know nothing about Disneyland. Well, I've been binging content, so now I feel more familiar, but going into this, I knew nothing about it. I knew no strategy. I don't know how the Lightning Lane works. I didn't know best places to eat, what quick service I'd recommend, where the best bathrooms are. I know nothing about Disneyland, so I really had to start from scratch, but I did lots of work, so I figure, hey, I'm gonna share with you some of the stuff. So back to the basics. There are a few Disneyland resorts there. And then there's a bunch of off-campus, off-property resorts, but they're super close. But my understanding is this is very much in a city and on highways. It's very different than Walt Disney World. I'll tell you more when we get back. So when we're going out there, I'm I want to stay at the Disneyland Hotel, one of the Disneyland hotels, and we're staying at, it's called the Disneyland Hotel. And it's one of the 3 hotels that they have on property. Great, so excited. It looks contemporary-ish to me, postmodern, cool vibe. I'm excited. Then we're just doing 2 park days because we get in so late Sunday night. Monday we're doing Disneyland Park, which is similar to Magic Kingdom and has the castle. Their castle is Sleeping Beauty Castle, and the castle in Disney World is Cinderella Castle. I also hear she's much smaller, and people who go from Cinderella Castle to Disneyland are what is this? But I'm excited either way. So it's Sleeping Beauty Castle. Then, so we're doing Disneyland one day, and then we're doing California Adventure the next day, which is the other theme park there. Those theme parks are very close together. Apparently, it's very easy to hop from one to another, but I follow my own advice sometimes, and we are not hopping. We are doing just Disneyland on one day, and then just California Adventure on the other. We don't want any wasted time going between parks, even if it is really quick. We don't need the extra steps. We did in advance purchase Lightning Lane, but this is what's driving me crazy. You can't book them until the morning, until after you swipe in. So I've been looking to see if I can book my Lightning Lanes like you do in Walt Disney World, but that's not how the system works. So I'm really having to relearn everything. So I have an idea on my strategy for Disneyland. I have no idea what I'm going to do for Disney California Adventure yet. I need to do more research on that. But what I did do is, again, I was binging content, and 60 days out, I did make a couple dining reservations. So in advance, nothing for Sunday because we get in so late. But on Monday at Disneyland, I made 2 reservations. I may cancel one. I made a 10:20 a.m. breakfast in the park with Minnie and friends at the Plaza Inn. I thought a character meal might be nice. Now, I used the Stakeout app my last trip, and I'm obsessed with it. So I have a Stakeout actually for Wednesday morning for Goofy's Kitchen. I think my kids would really love it, and it's in the hotel that we're staying at. So ideally, I'd rather do Goofy's Kitchen if I'm able to than the Plaza Inn. But right now, I made that reservation just in case. So that's for Monday at 10:20. I figure the park opens at 8. We'll be there early. We're going to be on East Coast time, so hopefully we're all up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed by 7 a.m. to be at security. I want to be in that park as soon as possible. Start booking Lightning Lanes. I think you can only do one at a time. That's what I'm getting. It's an old way Disney used to do it. I think my plan's to bang out Fantasyland, to tackle Fantasyland first and Toontown, and then maybe a couple other things, and then I feel like we'll be hungry. That's my thought. So anyway, I have that breakfast in there. And then I have a 4:20 Blue Bayou dinner. I made it that early because, well, first I made that reservation first before the Plaza Inn one. And I made it that early because I didn't want to get too close to parade or fireworks or anything that I really wanted to see. So I made it like an earlier dinner. Plus I wasn't sure we were doing that breakfast or not. So I'm not sure. I may go try to like modify, but so far that's what I have. And then the next day, again, 60 days out, I made, so the next, you couldn't, it's also not like Disney World where if you're staying on property, you can book everything 60 days out from your check-in day. It doesn't work like that. I had to do this 2 days in a row. I had to wake up 60 days from the 6th and then 60 days from the 7th also. But I made 2 dinner reservations. I'm going to cancel one. I made one for Carthay Circle Restaurant, which came very highly recommended. And then the other reservation is for Lamplight Lounge. Both seem to be delicious and great. I don't know. I got to look at the menus, and I have asked my husband for his opinion, and we'll delete one of those reservations. So again, I have like no strategy for California Adventure yet. I hear some people saying to go and do Pixar Pier first. I have to really sit down and look at all the rides. I just made an itinerary so I made a notes document on my phone. So I had the map up from the Disneyland app on my phone, and I just kept switching back from the map to my notes document, and I kind of wrote in order what I wanted to do, what land I wanted to tackle first, plug in the must-do attractions, and then what I'd like to go in is add like any snacks or anything important in that area. So like if there's a snack that I saw, I'm not really following much Disneyland on Instagram content. It's more just podcasts. And I found this really great woman. Her name is Melissa at, what was her website? Mix in Some Magic. Melissa at Mix in Some Magic. I have been binging her podcast, and her website is lovely, and she has great printables. So I've been printing out a lot of things. I'm just going to put it in a folder, and when I have time, read it or read it on the plane, things like that. But even just like doing that research and like copying and pasting it on a document or downloading the printable, I was already getting the information just by scrolling. So I'm not as worried. But anyway, I have the printouts. But I'll link her in the show notes because I'm finding her very helpful. There's another podcast I've been listening to. I can't remember the women's names, but honestly, I like Mix in the Magic so much more. These other girls... Rope Drop and Park Hop was another podcast I was listening to, and it's pretty good, but what I find frustrating in podcasts is when it says like Lightning Lane strategy is like the topic, and then you have to listen 20 minutes to just chit chat before they get to the topic. I hate that, and these girls do that a lot, and I'm finding it very frustrating. So I really like Mix in the Magic. She gets right to the point. So I've been taking in a lot of content, and I think that's where I came up with a decent Disneyland strategy. So I made my notes document, and like I said, I put, on the top, I put like links to Lightning Lane info if I needed, thrill data. Oh, there was a person, Carly something. Amusing. I think her podcast was like a very amusing, like amusement part. She was great too. So she linked in her show notes this thrill data. And on there you can see like Lightning Lane, like the most popular Lightning Lanes. And another's like when they'll drop more releases for Lightning Lanes. So I thought that was really interesting. So I put those links in my notes document so I could quickly reference them. I also put on the top like which Lightning Lanes I thought I wanted to book first, or what rides I wanted to prioritize Lightning Lanes for versus standby. A lot of Fantasyland, actually maybe almost all of Fantasyland, does not have Lightning Lane at Disneyland. So that's going to be interesting. So I do think we'll just rope drop that. I was going to because I never rope drop Fantasyland in Disney World. I always either go to Tomorrowland or mostly Adventureland. But I don't know. With my little kids, I think they're going to be most excited about Fantasyland. Like Disney World, we go to all the time. This is a once in a lifetime sort of trip. Maybe we'll go one other time to Disneyland, but this is a unique trip. So I think going to Fantasyland and letting the kids have that experience first, I think that will be better. So I think that's what we're going to do. I also wrote, like, again, in here, the quick services. Like, I was like, oh, let's grab the toffee coffee at Jolly Holiday. Like, I kind of wrote down things while we're in a queue to be mobile ordering in whatever land we're in. So I think that notes document's actually really, I think this is really good. I wonder if I can share it with you guys. No, probably not. I don't see a way like I could show it to you, but maybe I can take a picture of it and post it on Instagram if you're interested, or a video or something and post on Instagram if you're interested in that. But I like this notes document and I recommend it for you in your planning as well. Or a notebook would be fine too, but the notes, I just know I'm always going to have my phone on me. So I did that for Disneyland. I need to do that for Disney California Adventure because I really don't know much. The one thing I have been doing leading up to this trip though is looking at the map. Of course you download the app right away, right? That's what I always tell you to do. And then I just like have been browsing. So I think I really understand Disneyland now. But the next thing I need to do is really focus on DCA and go over to that map and just sort of explore. Yeah, this is a little confusing. Disneyland California Adventure is a little more confusing to me. So I just have to like study. I'm just going to have to study this map. Yeah, so that's about it, I guess. So we arrived Sunday late. The kids are going to fly in pajamas so we can just, I have another big update. So we get in late Sunday night. Monday morning, I have a stroller coming. It's from Traveling Baby. That's the company I used, Traveling Baby. I looked at a whole bunch of different off-site stroller rental companies, crib rental, all those kinds of companies. This is the one I landed on, Traveling Baby. I got a Bob double stroller, just like I've gotten in Magic Kingdom with Kingdom strollers in Walt Disney World before. And I found this important. We're gonna travel with the umbrella stroller for Luke. We're gonna stuff things in the stroller bag. We're gonna travel with the twins' booster seats. And I don't know what we're going to do about a car seat out there, but when we rent a car, we'll get one. But we'll bring the twins' booster seats. They're not so bad. We're going to put them in the stroller bag. So we have a stroller with us in the airport just in case. But it's a single, and then I'll have the double stroller meeting us. It's there. The window is from 6 to 8 a.m. Oh, that was another thing. Some stroller companies and some hotels, they can just leave it at Bell Services. So I was like, great, I'll have it come Sunday. So when we check in, it'll be there. But at the Disney hotels, you can't do that. Someone has to be there to pick up the stroller, which is kind of annoying because we're getting in so late, later than they deliver. And I want to be at that park bright and early. So we just did 6 to 8. The park opens at 8, and I'm really hoping they come at 6. And if they don't, my husband's like, I'll go run out and get everything's really close together. So he's like, if not, I'll just run out and get the stroller. Or like I'll stay with one kid and get the stroller. But I really want us all to walk in together. So I'm just like crossing my fingers and praying they are there at 6 a.m. Maybe I can like message the person and be like, please, it's our one day in the park ever. No, us and everybody else, right? So I'm happy I did that. I was losing a little bit of sleep over the stroller situation. I never know what to do. But anyway, so we're going to Disneyland, for the 3 days, the Sunday night, Monday, I guess it's 40. Well, we get in Sunday night. That doesn't even really count. Then Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Wednesday's our checkout day, but we're going to spend the day at the pool, maybe get a meal at Goofy's Kitchen. My boys would love that. And then we're going to we're going to go and stay at Palm Springs. My husband's turning 40. And I'm turning 42, but not for 6 more months. But it's right around my husband's birthday is that following Monday. So we're going to Palm Springs sort of for his birthday, Disneyland in Palm Springs, like a little birthday trip while the kids have spring break. So we're so excited. But so we have just a couple days in Disneyland, a little bit of taste of the Disney magic, and then I'm heading over. I packed pretty light for Disneyland. I mean, I know what I'm doing. The thing is, it does look like it's going to get kind of chilly at night, but you know what? It's not the warmest here in New Jersey anyway, so we're going to have jackets on. So I'm thinking we're traveling in denim jackets, and that'll be our jacket. I'm debating about the sweatshirts. Like, I might have them wear their Disney sweatshirts on the plane and their denim jacket. So we have options. They have a Disney sweatshirt and a denim jacket, but that might just be a little, I might just be overthinking it. I packed 3 pairs of shoes for them, I believe. For Disney, I only packed, so I have 1 suitcase that's just Palm Springs for the kids, and 1 suitcase that's Disneyland for me and the kids. My husband doesn't fit in it yet. So, well, I didn't put my stuff in it either. We have to figure out another bag to bring to Disneyland. I mean, we're going to have to bring all our bags, but to open and unpack. So that's how I packed. I packed Disneyland for the first part of the trip and then Palm Springs. So in the Disneyland bag, I only brought them 2 shoes. They have little Mickey sneakers. I bought them from Zara on sale. They're so stinking cute, and the boys love them. So they're actually in the dryer. If you keep hearing the dryer go off, it's the sneakers in the dryer. I wash them so they're nice and clean because they're white, so they get dirty. So I wash them so they're nice and clean. They'll wear those on the plane too because that's their bulkiest shoe. So they're going to wear their sneakers, but I also brought a pair of black Havianas. They're flip-flops too. So they can wear that to the pool, or I might bring it in the stroller bag. I might bring it as a change because I hear at Tiana's you get really wet in Disneyland. That's the feedback I'm hearing, is that Disneyland is much wetter than the Disney World version. And no one wants to walk around in wet sneakers or wet socks. So I might throw the flip-flops in the and have them wear them on the ride. Take the sneakers off when they ride the ride and just wear them in flip-flops. I might do that. I didn't bring a change of clothes. I did. Oh, actually I did. I brought jeans just in case. And I brought a light sweater just in case. And I brought different t-shirts just in case. And a change of underwear and a change of socks. I have already packed in a packing cube because we're arriving so late. In the packing cube, I already have packed the clothes I'm going to put in the stroller bag. I'm debating whether or not to bring my Mickey bag. I have a big Mickey bag. I'll tag it in the show notes. It's really cute. It's a big tote, I guess you'd call it. And it's zipper shut. I like it. I bring it and I put it under my stroller when we go to Walt Disney World. And it's all that, either sometimes snacks I put in there. Usually I bring in Walt Disney World, though, if I'm going for a long time, I'll bring a lunch box for snacks. But this trip, I forgot the lunch box the February trip. So I just threw snacks in there too. There's jackets or sweatshirts, change of clothes, things like that. Sometimes I put it in their little mini backpacks, but I'm not bringing all those backpacks with us to Disneyland when we're just there for a little bit, 2 park days. So I'm just debating whether to bring, if I have space, I can bring the Mickey tote. If not, I have a big long shop bag. I love these long shop totes. They bought it for me for Mother's Day, my kids and my husband. Well, my husband bought it for me for Mother's Day. But it's a lovely bag, and I love it. So that is going to be my carry-on on the plane. So I might just use that bag. I don't know. I haven't decided what bag to bring. But I already pre-packed the clothes that are just going to go, the change of clothes that are going to go in there. I'm staying easy. I'm going to wear, actually, for Disneyland, my boys, I bought them Prince shirts from a small company. They didn't arrive in time for our Disney World trip. But I'm like, that's okay. We'll wear them in Disneyland, and we'll be at Disney World again, for sure, many times. So if I remember to, I'll try to link the company. These shirts are really cute. I mean, it's a small business, so they might not have them when you're listening. but they're a cute little prince shirt. So they're going to dress as princes. And I have a dress that actually reminds me of Briar Rose from like Sleeping Beauty in her like cottage outfit. It's black and like tan. It's like gives me Aurora vibes, like Briar Rose vibes. So I'm going to wear that dress. I put bicycle shorts underneath it and then black Mickey ears because she wears like a black headband and I have my black leather Mickey ears that I love. So that's what I'm going to wear. I'm packing up, of course, a hair tie to put my hair up, and then a sweatshirt for at night. I have this. I got it. I don't even know where. It was an Instagram ad, I'm sure, but it was like this. It's a red sweatshirt with Mickey's face on it, and I love it. I've had it for years, and I love the sweatshirt. It's like pretty light, and then I also have my denim jacket. So I'm just going to pack the jacket and sweater, in case it gets cold. And I'm just wearing my Havaiana flip-flops. Then the next day I have a white tennis dress I got at Target like 2 years ago. Really like an athletic dress, but it's got like spaghetti straps because I figure it's going to be hot. So I want to like be as light as possible. I have cakes that I don't need to wear a bra with. So I have cakes. So I wear those with that dress. And then my either my black leather ears or my white leather ears. I'm going to bring both. And I also have a denim baseball hat I just bought when I was down in December with my girlfriends. I bought this Mickey and Friends baseball hat. I brought that too because that would actually look really cute with that white dress. That's our Disney California Adventure Day, so I thought a little sportier would be cute. We don't have like Cars theme. I didn't dress in theme really. I know there's Pixar. It's heavily Pixar themed. Marvel, like Avenger Campus themed, and also Cars themed. But we don't really. We're just gonna be in generic Mickey gear. The boys have really cute, like hot neon, like yellow shorts with Mickey Mouse's face on it. They're Gap from years ago. I bought them. I saw them. They were like on sale, and I bought them. My kids were maybe 2, or the babies, and I bought them big, like whatever size they had. I just bought for them to just grow into. So I can't even link them for you, but they're really cute. They're just more black T-shirts with those shorts. They'll be so cute. And that's it. And then Wednesday, I packed, bathing suits and then a little Mickey terry cloth suit that I can link because that's from Amazon for them to wear on the drive, after the pool. If we go to Goofy's Kitchen, they'll wear those. And then on our drive to Palm Springs because they're comfy, and the flip-flops. So that's it. That is my packing list. I have my fuel rod, of course, because I know I'll be on my phone a lot. Because I said we are doing Lightning Lane. I am planning on purchasing individual Lightning Lanes for both Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland Park and also the Radiator Springs Racers or whatever that ride's called at California Adventure. I'm just going to purchase the individual Lightning Lane right in the morning. I guess you can do it, and that's what I'm going to do it. My Lightning Lane strategy, again, like I said, I don't know for Disney California Adventure, but for Disneyland, I keep going back and forth. I think I don't know, I have 2 trains of thought. One would be to do Matterhorn because it's right near Fantasyland, so I figure we could do that. And like while one person's riding Matterhorn with one twin, the other, we can all go on another Fantasyland ride together because there's no height limits on them. And then we can just switch, and we don't even need to set up a child swap. Or if we do, we're all in Fantasyland anyway. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we try to do Matterhorn first. Also, I hear it like shuts down a little bit. So if it does shut down, you get like a multi-pass experience, and then that you can use that for anything. And sometimes you can even use that for like Alice in Wonderland or the Storyboat canals, which don't have Lightning Lane. But I've been noticing that Alice in Wonderland line can creep up there. I mean, it fluctuates so much, but like I've been obsessively checking the weights leading up to our trip, and like, let me look at it right now. Right now it's 25 minutes, so it's not that bad. It's like 3 o'clock there or 2 o'clock there. But Matterhorn's 50 minutes, so I think that's a good Lightning Lane. Now, when the park first opens, it might not be a wait, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm not quite sure. Or do I like get Space Mountain, which is going to be a popular ride, and just modify it to a later time? But the only problem is I think the way this Lightning Lane works It's back how it used to work at Disney World a little while ago, where you can only do one at a time, or you can wait 2 hours. So, for example, if I book my first Lightning Lane at 8 o'clock with a return time for like 8:30, okay, fine, you swipe in and then you can book another one. But let's say I book another one. Let's say I did that with Matterhorn, that we boom, boom, ride Matterhorn. Then I book my next one, let's say it's Space Mountain, and it's not for like 3 p.m. Then I can't book another Lightning Lane for 2 hours. But I'm almost thinking that might be my strategy anyway, because if we can rope drop and get 10 rides done just at rope drop with low weights in Fantasyland and Toontown, that area, which is like, there's a bunch of rides. I mean, it's Peter Pan, Snow White, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Pinocchio. There's a carousel, which my kids love. There's a circus train, which my boys love, Dumbo. There's Mad Tea Party, the teacups. There's an Alice in Wonderland indoor dark ride, so cool. There's the storybook boats. There's Matterhorn. There's Small World. Then there's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's a lot of rides. So, and there's Chippendale roller coaster. That's from Fantasyland and Toontown. That's a lot of rides. If we can bang that out with low rates, that's probably going to take until, what do you think, 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's already almost 2 hours if I book at 8. So I'm almost thinking of doing that, like booking Space Mountain or Tiana, or I don't think I'm going to waste it on Indiana Jones because my twins can't do it. So Indiana Jones, I think we're going to do single rider. Or Big Thunder. I think one of those bigger rides, I might do that right at 8 o'clock and push it back later, like modify the time to be later in the day, not right away, unless it's Matterhorn that we'll do right away because it's near Fantasyland. And then I'm thinking, okay, fine, I'll be riding rides until 10 o'clock or having a snack or something. And then at 10 o'clock, swipe into our first Lightning Lane and then go from there. That's my thought. I think that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not sure. Anyway, by the time you hear this, I'm going to try to post it tonight, but like, it might be too late for you to give me advice, but try anyway, DM me. Anyway, that is a little bit, and then I still need to like problem solve my California adventure, but I'm feeling pretty good. It's Food and Wine Festival over at Disney California Adventure, so I printed out a foodie guide for that. But I am sure, they'll have packets there too, like the little booklets there too, like a festival passport. I'm sure they'll have something like that too at California Adventure. So that is it. I will report back when I am back and tell you how everything went. And until then, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry it was a little rambly. I didn't really have a plan to talk. I just started to talk. And of course, there's like 9,000 things on my mind about all the things I need to do still. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll see you real soon.